Hello. Are you about ready to go back to school? It's coming soon. We've got about a week left to enjoy your summertime. I want you to know a little bit more about the place where you live. You live in Bear Lake County, and Bear Lake is right in the middle of a line between Utah and Idaho, the actual lake. I hope you've had some chances to go to the lake this summer. Many people have. I have a cute story today about Bear Lake, about exactly what's going on when all the people come to the lake in the summertime. We have lots of visitors to our community in the summertime. So I'm about to read you a story called, surprise, Bear Lake. I'm going to make sure you see the pictures because the pictures are very cool in this story. So, Bear Lake, life in a seaside town. Now, we don't live that close to the lake. We're a little further away from the edge of the water, but this city is about Garden City, and I'll bet many of you have been to Garden City. All right, let's hear this story. This was written by somebody who lives locally over there in Bear Lake, at least part of the year. Her name is Charlie Sheehan. There's some pretty cool illustrations here I want you to see. There's a great picture of the hill above the lake at Garden City. Mountains and canyons surround the sleepy mountain town near Bear Lake. Through the canyons, people and supplies come from the valleys to the town. Most of the people have spent the winter in the valley and are ready to return to the lake for the new season. So they're talking about people who come as visitors to Bear Lake. As spring comes, the raspberry patches are pruned and weeded. The raspberry bushes will be checked to make sure they're free from harmful bugs. The growers check every day to make sure the raspberry bushes are healthy and growing well. As the cool spring nights come, the growers make sure the tender blossoms do not freeze. Now, this is something that has changed a bit. Many years ago, there were great, big, huge areas of raspberries that were being grown up on those hills above the lake. Today, there aren't many huge plantings of raspberries left. There are some, but not quite the way there was once. That's why we're so famous for raspberry shakes in Bear Lake. On the shores of Bear Lake, the campgrounds get ready. They clean all the campsites and stock their stores for the upcoming crowds. Let me show you some pictures. There's the campground. There's people getting ready. It's summer at Bear Lake. The town has become very busy. Many people come every day to swim in the lake, ride in boats and wave runners, see the mountains on ATVs, and enjoy the town. Sailboats are often used on this breezy lake. There's a picture of people doing those fun things on the water. The campgrounds, condos, and cabins are active with their guests. Some guests rent bikes to ride all around the town. There's a picture right there. Some of you may have done that before, gone on those bike rides. Here's some people playing in a park. Everyone, even people driving through, stop in town to get a fresh Bear Lake raspberry shake. The hamburger stands have big lines of people waiting for these famous treats. You may recognize some of these places. They're included in the drawings. Look carefully. I'll bet you recognize some of those. The 4th of July is a fun weekend to be at Bear Lake. Many families come to celebrate the holiday. They spend some time at the lake and on the beach and eating pizza. There's another one of the places where you may have been to eat this pizza. The local people do all they can to make sure everyone has a good time while at Bear Lake. They're all very nice and welcome everyone to their town. They make sure everything is pretty and comfortable for all the visitors. And there we have a neighborhood. Do you see the lady at her house up at the top waving to people who go by? One thing you have to watch out for when enjoying Bear Lake is the Bear Lake Monster. It is said that there's a large serpent living under the water who only comes to the surface at dusk. Dusk is the time right before dark. It looks for its meals at the top of the water. Legend says that this monster is at least 90 feet long and can swim very fast. The monster is friendly and plays with the swimmers by blowing water at them. Have you heard of the Bear Lake Monster? I don't know about that. Many visitors go to see Minnetonka Cave while at Bear Lake. This cave has 9 rooms made from limestone rock. There are pretty stalactites and stalagmites. Some treasured formations are ballerina and bridegroom. I'll bet some of you have been to Minnetonka Cave. It's always fun to see a play while you are in town. The melodramas are a crowd favorite. This is Pickleville Playhouse in Garden City. I've been there as well. I hope you've had a chance to go. Each summer, a large festival is held to celebrate the raspberry harvest. For 3 days in August, the town gets crowded with people. At the town park, there's a craft fair where handicrafts are sold. Everyone comes to hear music, eat lots of good food, and play at the carnival in the park. This still happens. Raspberry Days still happens every year. But remember that there aren't quite as many raspberries being grown. It's just now part of our culture to continue having Raspberry Days. The town holds a parade. All the local businesses, schools, and some families make floats for the parade. The people on the floats toss candy and other goodies to everyone watching. The parade is a favorite part of the Raspberry Days celebration. This is a 2-page one, but I'm going to get close with each page so you can see the detail. I know many of you have been to parades before. The fair is ended with a big fireworks show over Bear Lake. At night, the beautiful colors reflect in the clear blue water. As the summer comes to an end, the people who come from all over the world go back to their homes. Many have come from far away to work for the summer season and now go back to school in their own towns and villages. It is autumn at Bear Lake. Autumn, the other word for autumn is fall time. The last big celebration is a wooden boat parade on the lake. Old-fashioned wooden boats drive across the pretty blue lake. I've never been to this, so I'm not even sure if it still happens, but it might. The weather starts to get colder. Cabins and houses are shut down by their owners to protect them from long, hard winter. People don't come as often during the summer as they do during the summer, but the local people are still busy. They are cleaning up after the long, fun summer season. Here's everybody getting ready to close up the parts where the tourists all come to. As winter comes to the town, only the hardiest people remain. Do you think we're hardy? If you have heard the slogan that the Bear Lake High School started called Bear Lake Strong, strong and hardy are synonyms. They're words that mean the same thing. We are pretty hardy if we live here all winter in the cold that we get. As winter comes to the town, only the hardiest people remain. Many spend the winter preparing for the next summer by making raspberry jams, jellies, and syrups. They make more handicrafts to sell at next year's fair. It's very cold in the mountain village and the lake is frozen over. Look at that. Cisco fishing on Bear Lake is a great way to enjoy the area. Many people come to catch these little fish. But you have to cut a hole in the ice like these people have done to get down in there and get those little tiny Cisco fish. Some people live here all winter. That's probably you and me. They look forward to a quiet time after the busy season is over. Sometimes visitors come in the winter for weekend skiing and snowmobile trips. Soon the stores will be busy filling up with gifts for all the visitors to take home during the next busy summer season. The local people love their town and Bear Lake. Here's a very cool picture walking out by the marina in Garden City over the water. If you haven't been to the marina, you should get your parents to take you for a quick trip out there and see what that's about. That's where the boats are often stored in what is called a slip. They keep boats there and they also launch boats from there into the water. I hope you enjoyed this book about Bear Lake. I think it's a fun book to read and to study all the pictures. You have a little more summer left, just like the people in this book. You have a little more summer left. I hope that you take the chance to do some summer things. The weather's pretty warm, which means you can play in the sprinklers, have some popsicle time, do some of those fun things before the weather changes here and we all get back to other kinds of work. I can't wait to see you. We are getting very close to returning to school. Some of you will be a little bit wondering how we're going to do it. Trust me, we're going to do it, and we're going to have a great time together. I can't wait to see you. Have a good last week. Goodbye, guys.